The Mother Witch is the brand new card in Clash Royale, and although she doesn't spawn skeletons or bats like the other witches, she does have a much more unique ability where she curses enemies and turns them into hogs. Now, how did a regular witch end up becoming a super powerful and old witch that places evil curses on other troops? Well, in today's Mother Witch origin story, I'm going to explain how a regular witch became the brand new Mother of all Witches. The Mother Witch's story all starts off with a witch from Clash Royale. Now, at the time, the witch was in her prime as she was still in her youth and she was just getting a couple nice buffs to her attack. Everything seemed to be looking up for the witch. And one day, things got even better for her. After another victory in the arena, the witch was floating back from the arena to go check out the village fair. When she got there, she bumped into the Hog Rider. The Hog Rider was the strongest and best looking troop the witch had ever seen before. And it was like love at first sight where there was an instant connection. The witch and the Hog Rider started dating and they had a really good time together. They would do everything together like play card games, take baths, and even bring back the living dead to wreak havoc on the arena. You know, normal couple stuff. The witch really did love the Hog Rider and she loved everything about him, except for his terrible singing voice. So after a few weeks of dating, the witch was ready to go ask the Hog Rider to marry him. It was a little quick, but she was so sure and she was so in love with him that she just figured it was the right thing to do. So on the big night, the witch was getting ready to pop the big question. And when she finally did ask the Hog Rider, he said no. The witch didn't understand why, but the Hog Rider said that he didn't love her back. He went on to say that the only thing that he really loved was his hog, and he just didn't love her the same amount, and it just wouldn't be fair. This made the witch absolutely furious, as she had spent the last few weeks with someone who loved an animal more than her. So in the midst of her rage, the witch casted a dark magic spell on the Hog Rider. She figured that if he loved hogs more than he loved her, then maybe he should just be a hog, and so she turned him into a hog. The witch felt a momentarily sense of happiness as she put him in his place. But what the witch didn't know was that when you cast a dark magic spell, it usually has some sort of consequence to it. In this case, the spell also cursed the witch, so that she could no longer use any other types of magic other than the one that she had just used to turn the Hog Rider into a hog. So the only spell that she could ever use from now on was going to be the dark magic spell of transforming other troops into hogs. This also meant that the spells that the witch placed on herself would no longer work anymore. And so the witch's beauty spell and the spell that kept her the same age forever wore off, and immediately the witch turned into an old, raggedy old woman. The witch was so embarrassed of the way she looked that she hid herself away in her home for a long time. She didn't want to be seen by any of the other troops, and so she just sat in her house for days on end, keeping herself busy by baking cookies all day, every day. After months of hiding though, and after Halloween had passed, the witch was getting restless, and so she left her house and went back to the Clash Royale arenas. And when she got there, all the other troops turned to look at her. They had all heard these stories of how she turned that troop into a hog, and they were all terrified of her. And so when she got there, all the troops turned to look at her. And in the crowd, you could hear troops whispering that she looked so powerful and so scary, and that she was the mother of all witches. And their whispers were not wrong. The new Mother Witch was a force to be reckoned with, and with her new special ability that turned any troop that she casted a spell on into a hog, all of the troops were shaking in their boots just thinking of it. Even the Clash Royale king was scared of the new Mother Witch, that he ended up upgrading the witch's card level from a epic card all the way to a legendary status, and so the Mother Witch was now in the highest of ranks within the Clash Royale arenas. And if that doesn't go to prove just how powerful and scary she is, that she could convince the Clash Royale king into this, then I don't know what does. But anyway, the new Mother of all Witches was here to stay in the Clash Royale arena, and she was going to change the tides of the battles forever. And anyway, that there is the story of how the Mother Witch was brought into the world of Clash. Alrighty, so that pretty much wraps it up for the Mother Witch's origin story. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it and it met all of your guys' expectations for what the new troop would end up being like and what her origin story would be. Not gonna lie, that was actually one of my favorite stories that I've actually made. It was a lot more fun to like make another variation of the witch and like how she turned into the Mother of all Witches, and it was kind of like a play on the name a bit. But anyways, like I said, I hope you guys really did enjoy that. What I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be going into a live attack. It has been so long since I've even done a face cam, let alone like a live attack on camera. So I'm really excited to finally be hopping into another match. And in celebration of the Mother Witch being released, you already know what we got to do. We got to hop into the Mother Witch challenge. So let's go ahead and hop in here. All right, it's loading up. Okay. So hopefully we are going to get the Mother Witch. I really, really hope so because it's going to be so much fun to just turn random poor innocent troops into hogs. So hopefully if we get the Night Witch here, it'll be good if they have the Royal Recruits because then we can get like 6 of those hogs. But that's only if we end up getting the Mother Witch. So hopefully we end up getting it. But yeah. Okay, so we don't get to choose, so he ends up getting to decide on who gets the Mother Witch. So hopefully he was generous, or maybe he just doesn't like it. But here we will see. Alright, so there is still hope that we got it, but honestly, it's the new troop. Everyone's probably choosing the Mother Witch for their own army, or their own deck. So yeah, it doesn't look like we got the Mother Witch, but we are going to still get to see her in action. I mean, most of you have probably already seen what the Mother Witch does, whether it be like through Clash Royale's YouTube channel or even just trying it out for yourselves inside of this challenge. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to have to learn to defend her rather than use her to our advantage, which I mean isn't too bad. Not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of the Mother Witch in terms of like how powerful she is. Don't get me wrong, I think she's such a cool troop. Her mechanic and just like the uniqueness of cursing troops and turning them into hogs, I think is gonna be so cool. It's not gonna really change the meta so much, I don't think, other than maybe like reducing the amount of swarm cards. But I think it's just like really cool and gonna be a lot of fun for like not even just like casual players, but like pro players to kind of experiment around with as well. All right, so here we can see he or she actually ended up getting the Mother Witch. And this actually isn't going to be good, because I'm pretty sure that counters the barbarian hut really well, because it's just like basically feeding her troops to turn into hogs, and I'm not even going to get to touch them. And plus he's got all these stupid elixir collectors, so this is going to be really hard to break through. Maybe I stand corrected. Maybe the Mother Witch is super OP, and maybe I'm just really jealous I didn't get it, but I don't know. But yeah, so let's see if we can get the dub here. It's going to be so hard to break through. I mean, I have such a bad army to begin with. I was kind of just choosing troops that would work really well if I had the Mother Witch on my team, which I didn't end up getting, so not in the best of situations here, but, you know, we could make it work. I'm pretty sure we could just take out the Mother Witch completely with this royal delivery. Yeah. Okay, so my Ice Wizard right here, he is cursed, and does the curse actually wear off? I don't know if you guys saw that, but he had that like purple glowing stuff around him, which I'm pretty sure is the curse. And then when he died, okay, so he just died, and then looks like the curse actually does wear off. So the Mother Witch actually has to be close to the one who actually finishes it off, which is kind of good to see. Because I was thinking like if you curse like a golem, you just get one hit on it and it dies like 2 minutes later. That would still turn it into a hog, but I guess that's actually not the case. Too bad. This would have been really good for like a Mythbusters video, but oh well. Alright, so I don't know how actually, but looks like we're going to break through to the tower. We don't have any big spells to finish it off, so I don't know how we're going to get to it, but we need to get 379 damage more to finish it off. Not sure how we're going to do that because we have no spells. We do have the Goblin Barrel, but yeah, so it's going to be really tough here. We also have to make sure we don't lose that left tower. So let's just keep playing a bit of defense, make sure we don't lose any towers, and then we'll just throw in a Goblin Barrel right there. And hopefully we'll pray that he doesn't have anything to defend it. Alright, we got one hit. Alright, this is going to be a really slow process. We're just going to have to keep chipping down at that tower. Going to get some insane value from this royal delivery. And that's going to actually one-shot that Mother Witch, which is kind of cool. Wasn't expecting that. Alright, we're going to throw a bit of a Juke God Barrel on the side. Hopefully he can't defend all of them. We just want to get as many hits as we can here. And also got to make sure we defend that left tower. Yikes. Okay, so our tower on the right side has hardly any health left. This is going to come down to the wire. We have the health advantage on his tower, but he also has a miner, and I have no idea how I'm going to break through to that tower. I don't even have a really good... Shoot. I don't even have a good cycle deck or anything, so I can't just, like, spam Golem Barrels onto it. 88 health. He has a zap, so... No. Okay, we really needed that to connect. You know, I think this is going to be GG. There's no way we're going to be able to come back from this. Too bad. But, you know, it was still a cool experience getting to play against the Mother Witch for the first time. I'm not going to lie, it's a cool troop. It didn't really sway the tides of that battle too much. I mean, he would have just beat me regardless, just by chipping away at the tower and all of that. But, you know, it was still pretty cool to see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, though. Do you like the Mother Witch? Do you not? Do you guys want to see Supercell do more, like, unique troops like this, where they bring in completely different mechanics, where they're kind of, like, adding the whole curse aspect, or just, like, random things like that to make the game a lot more interesting? I'm personally a big fan of it. I think it makes for so much more unique gameplay, especially like if you've been playing the game as long as I have. And I know a lot of the other YouTubers and a lot of the other like pro players, they're getting kind of like, the game gets kind of repetitive after a while, and so having all of this like unique aspects to the game, like bring it on. I'm a huge fan of it. But like I said, I'm really curious what you guys think, and also let me know how much you actually play the game, because that might affect like your opinion on this. But yeah. Anyways, that is going to wrap it up for the Mother of Witches origin story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story and also the live attacks. I don't get to do these as often as I want to, but if you guys do enjoy them, I'll try and get more face cams and more live attacks going in the future. My next story video is going to be the, what is it called? It's the Ice Hound. The Ice Hound inside of Clash of Clans. It's basically like the Lava Hound's ice version of itself, except it has like completely different mechanics to it, so it's gonna be really, really interesting. I know you guys are gonna love that one as well. Even if you're not playing Clash of Clans, it still like is in the family of the Lava Hound, which is in Clash Royale as well. So I think you guys will very much enjoy that story. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss it. Turn on notifications. Be one of the first people to comment. I'll be responding to comments for the first like 15 to 30 minutes or so. So yeah, drop a comment there. Like the video, subscribe, do all of that fun stuff, and I'll talk to you guys all in the next video. Peace out.